Play the game. Don't let the game play you.
Had to hop over fences and climb up the ladder to get what I want, bitch. I'm just getting better. They tried to tell me I would never be shit. Look at me now, body built like a brick. Sleep all you want, but I'm chasing my dreams. Everything I do is fucking supreme. Came from the hood, ain't shit sweet about me.
Hola, welcome back to my channel. My name is Deity, Princey, and I am the Miracle Coach. And I'm here to service you to help you heal from any childhood traumas so you can manifest your dream reality. Now let's hop right into the video. As you can see from the title, we're going to be talking about Lily Phillips. But this video is going to be like nothing you've seen before because this is coming from my own experience as a sexual assault thriver. I have survived my sexual assault and now I am in thriver mode. With that being said, I do have some notes, I do have some charts to go off of. So Lily Phillips slept with 100 or 101 men. And when I watched this, there's a lot of videos, so I'm not going to add any clips because you can, watch her whole documentary. And for me, I had sexual assault from the time I was 3 years old until I was 13 years old. At 11 years old, I was pregnant and I was kicked in my stomach down a flight of steps because my egg donor thought that I was pregnant by my molester, which was her boyfriend. And with this being said, watching her documentary really just made me think about how life really is, right? This is my truth. I'm speaking from my healed version and I'm just sharing my truth with you. I know it will help someone become their greatest version, but my truth may not be your truth, and that's okay. This is simply how I feel after I have shed from my own traumas, my own pain, my own insecurities. And I know that life is a game, right? Life is one big game. So we're going to start with this chart. Life is a game, and life, the energy behind life, everything is off of words and vibrations, right? So because life is a game, life is an animated corporal existence. So I see a lot of people, really bashing her, and I get it. I get why a lot of people may feel triggered. And this is why I started off with the video. Play the game, don't let the game play you. Source is merely just experiencing itself. Again, this is my truth. This is what I've come to understand from my own experience. Words don't teach, experience does. We can read and, listen to a bunch of different philosophers, but when you have the lived experience, you gain your own clarity of life. So because life is an animated corporal existence, right? And an animate is a cinematic moving picture. So it's amusement. So Source is really entertaining itself. This is very amusing for both sides of the polarity, for the light and the dark. So because I see, there's sex trafficking, there's all kind of things. Like I said, my story is below. I did an interview with Unfiltered Stories. If you want to check out my story, I also wrote a book so that way you can see that this shit is real. It's real. Some people are forced. Some people are, kidnapped. It's so many different things that happen. But this is what a download came to me as I was watching her documentary, right? What one person won't do, another person will do. Because again, source is merely just experiencing itself. And I'm going to jump around. So I'm going to put up this chart. Source, and I go off of the gender laws, not the gender laws, but I go off of the Hermetica. The Hermetica is how I basically navigate through my own existence, through my own game. Source is neither male nor female, in my personal opinion, because Source created the gender laws, as you can see, so that way Source can express itself through the yin and through the yang. Now, all this is going to tie back into her. The reason why I'm saying this is because before I tapped into my divine feminine, I used to hate being a female because of my sexual assault, because of what I went through, because of, I thought I was gay. I went through so many different things. Trauma will really fuck you up. And I do believe that Lily may have experienced some trauma. And this is the polarity to it, right? Some people may experience trauma and they just may shut off their body and they're able to do certain things. For me personally, I don't like anybody touching me. I have to give permission. It has to be something that I'm into. So that's the two sides. She was able to sleep with 100 men. Me personally, I am a one woman I'm a one man type of woman. So I couldn't do that because of what I've gone through, and because of me healing and knowing that I have power over my body. I'm going to give it to who I choose to. And that's where she's coming from. She chose to give her body to who she chose to give her body to, right? This was her choice. Now, I say this because, like I stated, I used to hate being a female. I really wanted to be a male. I really thought that being a male was easier. I thought that men had it a lot. They could get money faster. And because I come from the hood as well, I come from the projects. So not only did I have to heal childhood traumas of sexual assault and physical assault, but I also had to heal a very impoverished mindset. So me navigating through life, me being kicked out of my childhood home, I always thought that men had it easier to survive. And when it came to me along my early journey trying to make money, I thought I had to go strip, but I was 210 pounds. So no one would hire me as a stripper because I was obese. I thought that, I never wanted to be a sex worker, but that always just floated in my mind because I'm like, it's survival. Like, I have to figure out how to make money, which we're going to jump off. Now we're going to go to this chart because life is all about paying those taxes. This is why I said, play the game. Don't let the game play you, because we're all here operating to live a life that is fulfilling to us. So Lily is choosing to do this, but who am I to knock someone how they create their own money? But what I will say is we can literally lead by example. The way that I'm living my life is a way that I would want my daughter, my son, anyone younger looking up to me, I would want them to take a chapter out of my book, to learn from my own mistakes. So we lead by example. But who am I to knock another person how they choose to pay their taxes? Because at the end of the day, it's all about paying these taxes. At the end of the day, who gets to choose? Well, I have to work here 5 days a week, 8 hours a day. So it's a lot of hate on her, right? And this is coming from, again, I tapped into my healed version. I tapped into that dark side. I tapped into that light side. So I'm very neutral and balanced because people are going to do what people want to do. No one really can control anyone. And when it comes to the abusive natures of people, that is still source experience in itself. And this may sound triggering to some because when I heard this in college, right, before I healed from my sexual assault, I heard someone say that we're all source energy. And it triggered me so badly because I'm like, I am not of a rapist, okay? I was molested, okay? I'm not of that person. It triggered me. But after healing and after finding my own meaning of life, I understand now that nothing is, like, for example, artificial intelligence. It's not technically artificial because, again, it's all source. Everything starts from one point of being, which will go back. I know I'm jumping around, but everything starts from that one point of being. Source allowed itself to break off so that way it can experience itself in different aspects. So, which is the gender laws, and then it's experiencing itself through expression, that yin and that yang. Then we go down to polarity. Polarity is another law of the Hermetica, but polarity is that darkness and the light. Both are equivalent, it's just different degrees. Just like the vibrational energy chart, we have shame and fear as the lowest frequency, then we have love and enlightenment. So it's merely, just like it's half truths to everything. Everything is a half truth. So when it comes to Lily and what she did, she is on her own journey. When I watched her video, I saw her crying. I know that part of her, there was some cognitive dissonance, but at the end of the day, if she didn't do it, someone else is going to do it because somebody else already did do it before her. There was a woman who slept with 900 and something men. There was another woman who slept with 600. With Blueface bragged about sleeping with 1,000 women. So we do this thing where we're like, oh, masculine energy, right? We go from being a patriarch society to now everyone's like, no, we're about to, the divine feminine. That's on the rise. It's really just the ego because the balance is we need each other. Masculine needs feminine, feminine needs masculine. What is a divine feminine without that masculine energy? What is a divine masculine without that feminine energy. It's balance, it's duality. So both sides of the spectrum are at play always. So going back to, like I told you, because of my traumas, because of what I went through, I really hated to be a woman. I did not. And then on top of that, right, before I healed myself, right, I had problems with my body. I was always sick. And that's what made me hate being a woman even more. But once I healed, once I connected with my divine feminine, because I was too much in my masculine. Ego is more masculine energy anyway. I was very much in survival mode. I was very much in go, go, go. Figure out how to survive, make this money. Because let's go back again to this chart right here. Life is all about paying these taxes. Life is about how will you live your older adult life. What Lily did, yeah, I mean, who is anyone to judge anyone here? Now, I say this with a grain of salt because, again, sex trafficking. I was molested, okay? People are horrible. People treat people horrible. And again, when someone is making the decision, this is what I want to do, just like polygamy, whatever, that's their choice. She chose to do this. No one forced her, or did someone force her, right? Because it sounds like her mother is working for her. But I'm not going to go too deep into that because that would just be an ego battle. Source is going to experience itself regardless. Whether you do it, whether I do it, someone's going to do it, whatever it is that source wants to experience and do. But it all goes back to those taxes, though. She mentioned in her video, I have freedom. She has freedom. Each person is going to find their freedom however they choose to. No one can really throw rocks at another person saying, how dare you find freedom like that? Just like I always talk about Sexy Red. I honestly fucks with her. Whether you like her or not. She's fucking free and she gets to say whatever she wants. And I fucks with it because I'm from the hood. And me healing from my sexual trauma, I was able to tap into my sensuality. And I love my sexuality. I love my sensuality. I have a divine masculine and I'm not traumatized when we are intimate. So when I hear this music, it just makes me think about how I'm going to be with my man. So people can hate on it, but this is where, again, we get the control. We get to say, I don't want my child listening to this. I don't want my child around this. We have that control, but we can't tell someone else how to express themselves. We can't tell someone else how to do that. That's the ego. That's the ego. Society wants to put these things on people. Just like, for example, Black people. Okay, I'm proud to be Black, but we go through slavery. We go through segregation. And people make a mockery of Black people. When I went on Twitter one time, I saw a horrible video of white people just antagonizing Black people. So with that being said, it's like everything can be made a mockery. Okay, Lily, on the spectrum of sexual assault, right? I'm someone who was forced, who was groomed. She's someone who is willingly doing it. Anything can be made a mockery. People with intellectual disabilities, there are people who make fun of that. I'm not saying it's neither right nor wrong. Again, it's just source experiencing itself. Play the game. Don't let the game play you. I learned not to get so caught up and so angry about things, but it took me so much time because of my pain. Because of me thinking, why did my parents do this to me? Why would my masculine and my feminine both sexually and physically assault me? What did I do to deserve that? Me. Why did I go through this, right? And that's understandable because pain hurts. Our brain is programmed to keep us safe. As you saw Lily crying, her brain was programmed to keep her safe in that moment. Her body went numb because 100 penises, listen, again, no judgment, but listen, okay, so let's go back to, again, life is a game. Okay, life is an animated, cinematic, moving picture. It's for amusement. Because life is a game, life is a corporation. I'm not going to make this video too long, so if you do like this, I'll just follow up with a part 2, but let's hop over to the game aspect. The reason why life is a game is because inside of game, it's amusement. Inside of an animated corporal existence, it's amusement. That's what life is. It's just for the amusement. So I'm going to end this off with saying, play the game. Don't let the game play you, because at the end of the day, everyone has to pay taxes. Everyone has to pay for food, water. I'm not everyone. People live off grid. People found a way around it. But for those of us who are in a concrete jungle, as Ralph Smart Infinite Water talks about, for those of us who are in this concrete jungle and we're not off grid, I'm not off grid. I'm right here with thousands and millions of other people. Cell phone, Wi-Fi, car insurance, all these different things. I choose to coach people through their pain. But like I told you, at one point I said, I don't know how to survive, so I need to go strip. I don't want to have sex for money, but that came to my mind because I had a traumatized mind. I said, well, I already, been sexually assaulted since I was 3, so who really cares anyway, right? These are the traumas talking until I healed my mind, my body, my spirit, until I began to really love myself. And then I met a partner who was a reflection of me. My divine masculine is a balance with my divine feminine on the inner world and on the physical 3D. My man is literally the masculine version of me. And I'm so grateful to have this experience, and I'm grateful to do this video, and I do hope this helps someone to become their greatest self. If you liked what I said, please drop a comment, please like, subscribe, share. We're on our way to 500 subscribers. I will be doing a free giveaway at 500 subscribers. Peace, love, and darkness abundant. Remember, stay rich, wet, and what? Dangerous. And that's on what? Period. And I'll see you soon. Namaste.
My dreams, everything I do is fucking supreme. Came from the hood, ain't shit sweet about me.